guys, so I am vlogging today. We're just going to be heading back from taking my dad to a doctor's appointment, and when I get home I'm going to introduce you to our well, we have two dogs, Evie and Willow. Evie is an Australian Shepherd and Willow is an Australian cattle dog. We are owner training them to become like emotional support dogs for us. Well, my husband's training his as an emotional support dog. Mine is being trained as a service dog for me to help me out of autistic meltdowns. Because I am autistic and I do have meltdowns, and when I'm out and about, I do need that deep pressure that I can't always get without her. So, I'm not going to get into a discussion about service dogs here. That's not what this video is about, but I just wanted just to introduce them, and I'll be putting a link below, just talking about, just showing the, I'll be putting a link below with more information about owner training service dogs below. So you'll be able to check that out if you're interested. And we also have one cat, well, my husband's cat, Dodger, who I'll also be introducing you to. And I have a bin that I'm going to show you. I'm making a DIY hamster cage, because I'm going to be getting a little hamster for myself. So, I'm really excited about that. So when I get home, I will introduce you to them, and then I'm going to hop into the review of Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So I will say now, I rated it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and I'll get into more thoughts about that in the review. Okay, I'll check in with you after. Okay, so we are home now. It is evening, and I promised official introductions. So, hi Willow. This is Willow. This is the puppy dog that I'm training as a service dog. There she is. She's such a good girl. She is so. Yes, she is. And this is Evie. This is my husband Matt's puppy.
Hi guys.
Say hi, Evie.
Say hi, Evie. Hi. Hello.
And this is my Dodger cat. Oh, my husband's Dodger cat, actually. Say hello, Dodger. Dodger. Hi. He says hello. Hello, everybody. Hey guys. So now I'm going to launch into the review of Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So before we get into this, I just want to say I'm sorry about the lighting. I know the lighting it's difficult here. The clouds, the lighting seem to be kind of unpredictable, so I apologize, but there's not really anything I can do about that. So yeah, so I guess without further ado, we'll just get into it. The other thing that I want to say is that I know this book is loved by many people. So the following is just my opinion. I am just speaking about my experience reading this specific book. So please don't go down and get all offended and crucify me down in the comments. It's my channel. I like what I like. And you like what you like. And that's the wonderful thing about this community is that, we can be together and have differing opinions and read different things, and it just really makes the different opinions and the different views and the different experiences and the different likes and dislikes and recommendations and everything. It just makes this community a really vibrant and beautiful place to be. So this is just my opinion. So that being said, let's get into it. So the book I am reviewing today is, of course, Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Now, this book, I'm going to start out by saying that I rated it 2.5 out of 5 stars. As you can see, if you even just look in the front cover, people are raving about this book. And people have been raving about it on BookTube. I did a poll where I asked about what book I should read and review next, and a friend of mine was going, Cinder, Cinder, Cinder. And, it's just, I just don't understand the hype. I really don't. So I'm just going to get into some general thoughts now about why I rated it what I did. This book really fell flat for me. It really, really did. It fell flat. I just don't understand all of the hype. I really don't. I went into this book thinking that I was going to get a fairy tale retelling with some sci-fi elements thrown in. That's what I thought I was going to get. And I went into this book thinking that, and what I got was a sci-fi story with the odd fairy tale element thrown in, which is the complete opposite of what I thought I was going to get. So this book just really kind of fell flat for me. I've always had problems with sci-fi really getting into it, but I really tried to like this book. I finished it. I really, really tried to like it. I did. But it just fell flat. Cinder herself, for me, was a very flat character. There wasn't enough to her, in my opinion. My favorite character out of this entire thing was Eco. Cinder's little android. The place, the setting, New Beijing, it just felt so chaotic, and I know that it was on purpose, that the author wanted it to feel like chaos, but it was just a bit overkill in my opinion. There was also some instances, let's just see if I can find it here. In the first bit here, there was also some instances where I was having a problem figuring out who was talking. Let me just see if I can find it here. This one. Having just a hard time just finding it here, but there was a couple of places where there was some paragraphs of dialogue, and there wasn't a clear, like, it would jump down to the next paragraph of dialogue, but it was still the same person talking. And I had a difficult time with that. I had a difficult time figuring out who exactly was talking at some points in there. So it was difficult, and it was a little bit confusing to me at some points. Not only about who was talking, but also just about what was going on. I found myself confused, and I also found myself a little bit bored, to be completely honest with you. I found myself a little bit bored. I should have marked the page where the dialogue was, but I ran out of sticky tabs. My sticky tabs were all used up in my other books, and I didn't have a chance to go out and get more. So, but eventually, I will definitely get some sticky tabs, and I'll find it, sticky tab it. But the point is, it just really fell flat, the whole story. Cinder just felt to me like a really flat character. So did the prince. He felt really flat to me. A lot of it, though, was just confusion as to what was going on, who was talking. The book felt very, 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 what's what I'm looking for here, just, it felt like too much. Like, it just felt like there were some places in the book where the author, it was just overkill for me. Like in the chaos scene in New Beijing, where they were coming in and getting they thought that they were infected with the plague, and they were coming in and removing the people for the plague. I just felt very flat to me, and very kind of just, it felt like overkill, the amount of chaos that she put in. Like, I understand it was meant to feel chaotic, but really, like, it just felt like a lot to me. Yeah, now, about the good. I like the idea. I really like the idea of a sci-fi fairy tale. That is a really brilliant idea to me, and it's a very original idea, and I just think that it could have been executed better. Yeah. I think that the book could have been shorter, to be completely honest with you. There were some parts in the book that I felt kind of unnecessary, in my opinion. And so I think that the book could have been a little bit shorter. But I do think that Iko was a very, very well done character. I was very impressed. I was also impressed with the other androids and how we got information about how the cyborgs were treated like second-class citizens, and how that was handled within the story. I really felt like that was handled very well. I was very impressed by the way that she handled that. And I really felt, though, like there could have been more. It just could have been handled better. I felt like there could have been a little bit more about Iko and the androids. I understand they're side characters, but I felt like there just could have been a little bit more about them. But yeah, Cinder herself, I just did not connect to at all. I didn't care about her at all. And I feel like to really enjoy a book, if you don't connect with the main character, like when you get 3/4 of the way through a book and you still haven't connected with the main character and you still just don't even care about them, that to me really speaks to the fact that that may not be the book for you. And I'm not saying it's a bad book. I'm just saying that it could have been better, in my opinion. And also that it's just not the book for me. It just really was not for me. I found myself, 1, bored, and 2, confused. So it was not an enjoyable reading experience for me. So I rated it 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was okay. It was not the worst thing I've ever read, but it definitely did not live up to the hype, in my opinion. I did not find it, see there, I did not find it utterly thrilling or richly imagined or spellbinding. I definitely was not spellbound by this story. The hype, I just don't understand the hype. I really don't. It was okay. It was an okay story. But to be honest, it just was not for me. I don't want to say too much about it because I'm worried about giving away spoilers, and I really don't want to do that. So I'm trying to give my thoughts in a spoiler-free way here for those who haven't read the book and want to. Please do not let this dissuade you. You may read the book and love it. But just for me, it just was not there. It just didn't do it for me. So, but I feel like other people might really love this book. I know other people really love this book. It's very, very well loved. So please don't let me dissuade you from reading it. But it really was not for me. I did finish it, but by the time I got to page 2, where is it here? Like by the time I got to the last page in the story, so page 387, I was just like, what am I doing with my life? Like, this book, I just didn't care. I mostly read it to learn more about Eco. I'm gonna say Eco, but yeah, to learn more about Eco. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But that's really why I finished the book, was to learn more about Eco. I really just did not care about the other characters at all. Especially Cinder and the Prince. They really fell flat for me. Dr. Erland was kind of an interesting character. But in general, the book just didn't do it for me. So, 2.5 out of 5 stars. That is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Okay, so it's Brittany. I'm Brittany. If you haven't been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. All my information is down below. And let me know what your thoughts were on this book. Maybe there was something I missed that made other people love it so much, but when I read it, I just didn't get that. So please, yeah. Oh, also, if there's any books that you would like to see me read and review on my channel, please let me know down in the comments. I'm going to be putting up another poll on Twitter. You can see my Twitter down below. You can follow me there. I'm going to be putting up another poll with some options about what book I should read and review next on my channel. So you can go and do that, and please let me know if there's any specific book that you think should be included as one of the poll options. Please let me know down in the comments. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Bye!